Well, this is very interesting. My streams are going to be, my streams may be changing, uh, and the background, as you see here, may be changing, um, as well. Yeah. Let's get to it and talk about it, shall we? Okay, so yeah, things are in the background of me on my live stream. The gameplay, on the other hand, is not going to change at all when it comes to gameplay, but the background on the webcam is going to wind up changing later, and allow me to explain. That's going to be here in a few minutes. I'll be explaining about that. Okay, so. Uh, when I wasn't live streaming that day, because I was working on my videos of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, okay, um, I had to make, I had my landlord's son to come in here, and he knocked on my door, and he had a guy to come in here to take pictures of my house, the whole entire house, okay. And I don't remember him explaining why he had him to do that or anything, you know. But it had me curious, you know. And I didn't know what the heck was going on, okay. So after it was all said and done, he told me he wasn't taking pictures of my personal stuff, you know. He was just taking pictures of the house and the inside of the house, you know. And I said, no problem. So I let him go ahead and do that. And after he did, they left. So I got hold of my mom and told my mom what's going on, you know. And she told me, it sounds like to her, that they're either selling the house, getting ready to sell the house, or they're fixing to tear the house down. And I said, and it had me worried. I was so worried, you know. And so all of a sudden, yesterday, or shall I say last night, around close to 7 o'clock, I decided to go ahead and go out there and check my mailbox, okay? So I go off and check my mailbox, and this guy, two guys, it's so dark, you know, you couldn't even see in. You couldn't. It's so dark you couldn't even see in there at all, you know. And I could barely see what. I can see out here, you know, the mailbox, you know, and see if I got any mail. You know, and by the way, I didn't get no mail yesterday, but I went ahead and he opened the door and he said, "Oh, Jesus Christ, you scared the shit out of me." And I said, and then all of a sudden he said my brother's name. He said Jay. I'm gonna say Jay because it's all y'all need to know about my brother. Okay? He said Jay looking Jay looking motherfucker, and I was like, excuse me? He said, get off my goddamn porch. I was like, I'm checking my fucking mailbox. You got a fucking problem with that, cocksucker? And he said. Jay motherfucker. And I said, excuse me? And I said, he said, you know who this guy is, don't you? Yeah, I know who he is. And then he said, I said, he said, where's your bike? I said, my bike's in the house. I said, my bike's in the house. And all that. He's like, oh, okay. And this and that. He started talking to me about this and that, you know. Putting down my landlord's son, okay? Putting her son down. Telling me that he won't fix the place up. Excuse me. He won't fix the place up. He won't put a cooking stove in the house. Um, there's no water in the house. He won't fix the place up or anything. And then he goes up and tells me that that we that we're all fixing to have to move, even me. I'm fixing to have to move. And I said, why? And he said, because he said, because the landlord's son, her son is selling the place underneath us. And I said, and I was thinking like, oh no, deja vu all over again, deja vu all over again. I remember me and my brother's old landlord did that to us before. We woke up one morning and there was a for sale sign or a sold sign on in our yard. We called the number up and talked to them and talked to the person about it, and they said our landlord backstabbed us and sold the place underneath us, and we had to be out of there today. Deja vu all over again. I said, oh boy, here we go again with this shit. So then all of a sudden, I kind of figured everything he was saying about my landlord's son, her son. I knew he was fucking lying about everything, because I know the guy personally. If I'm not mistaken, he's the guy that was with these people who did some terrible things in the past with me and my brother, you know. And so I kind of I couldn't see him, but I recognized his voice. So I got thinking, yeah. Then he goes off and says, "Hey, we need to take a shower. Can we use your shower? Can we take a shower in your house? Do you have water going? And do you have water?" I said, man, I don't have any water at all. He's like, are you serious? I was like, no, I'm serious. I was like, I don't have any water. I was like, I just got a hold of my mom, and I said, I'm supposed to have to go to my mom's house so you can take me a shower as well. And he said, hey, is your mom coming over here to pick you up? I was like, no, I'm going over there going over to her house to take a shower. And I said, in fact, I gotta get out of here. I said, I gotta go. I gotta go over and do that now. He said, okay, and I shook her hand, and I said, thank you for letting me know. He said, no problem. I shook her hand, and I walked away. I couldn't wait to get the hell out of there, away from him. So I came in the house last night. I was sitting here watching the movie called The Lost Boys 2. It first came out back in 2008. Okay, great movie, awesome movie. I loved it. I loved every damn bit of it. Okay. So I woke up this morning. And my boss called me up this morning and talked to me and told me I need to come in, you know. He was needed to talk to me, son, you know. So it's okay, no problem. I said, I'm not in trouble or anything, am I? And he said, no, I got something here for you. It's okay. So I went to him and talked to my boss, you know, and he gave me some money. He gave me the money that I worked hard for, you know, my working money that I worked my ass off for, you know, and I went to go pay my bills off. Okay, I went to go pay my bills off, and I went to go pay my rent. Okay, and I went and talked to my landlord. I went and talked to her. Wonderful lady. I couldn't ask for a better landlord, okay? She is one of the sweetest landlords I've ever had, and let me explain what's going on, okay? So I talked to her. I told her exactly what happened last night. I told her what her son did, and I told her exactly what that guy told me about her son. She was mad. She was really mad, and I was pissed off. Me and her both was pissed off after what I told her, It pissed her off, and I told her that she needed to let her son know exactly what happened and what I said. She said, not a problem. If the guy, that's how the guy feels about my son, he don't need to be there. He needs to move out. And I said, exactly. So I talked to her, and I explained to her exactly what he said. That her son was selling this place underneath us, and that I had to move out and find move somewhere else and find me another place. And she said, incorrect. She said, incorrect. She said, first of all, she said, my son can rent the places off if he wants to, which he in some of the places he is doing. Okay, her son is not my landlord. She is my landlord. Okay, so her and her son is great people. They're loving people. I've known them ever since 2017. So it's been almost 17, 18, 19, 20. It's been 4 years, almost 5 years since I've known them. Okay, that's how great these people are. Okay, and so I told her exactly what he said, and she said no. She said no. I still own these places. Every place that I owned in the past, I still own, including the one you're renting off of. She's like, the one that you're living in right now, I own. She said, the only way, if anybody can sell them places, it's me. She said, me and my son did talk to a retailer, and see how much we can get out of those places, especially the one you're living in. And she said, it is up for sale. And she said, it is up for sale right now. But for right now, we're not selling the place. It's not, in a way it is up for sale, but in a way it's not up for sale. Okay? She said, so far we don't have, nobody's asked, nobody's talked about it, and talked to us about it, about wanting to buy that place or anything. She said, we don't have a buyer for that place at all. Okay? She said, and second of all, if we do sell that place, I will let you know. I will let you know ahead of time. Before we sell that place, I will let you know, and I will get you out of there. Before I sell that place, I will get you out of there, and I will get you in another place. So we'll get you in another place. And she said, for right now, I don't have any place available, except for the place you moved out of before. And for those who are new to my channel, for those who are old, for those long-time subscriber of mine, who have seen the background of my gameplay of my live streams before, I might be moving back into that place later on, probably this year and sometime this year. I don't know. Okay. We don't know. It's that's up in the air about this right now. Okay, or she may she has a place available. She may be moving me out of here and into another place I ain't never lived in before. Okay, and so I told her it doesn't matter what kind of place it is as long as I have a roof over my head. And she said, I don't, and she said, but I will get you out. And she said, if we do sell that, and if I do sell that place, I will get you into another place. Because one reason why, the reason why I say that for, is because you're a good renter. She's Dragon, you're a good renter, and I don't want to lose you. I said, well, ma'am, I said, look, I said, well, ma'am, I said, ma'am, you're a good landlord. I don't want to lose you either. And she said, well, that's how we both feel about each other. She said, don't worry. When the time comes, I'm going to get you out of there, and I'm going to get you another place to live. And I said, fair enough. And she said, I said, I know you're not a backstabber, and I know you won't backstab me or sell the place underneath me. She said, no. She said, no, I am nothing like that. I am nothing like that. I will never be anything like that. I will never do anything like that at all to you. And she said, and I said, well, I can trust you. And I said, I definitely trust you. So she told me before I left, she said, just trust me on this when I say that when it comes to selling that place, when it comes to sometime this year, if I decide to sell it, I will come and get you, and I will get you in another place. It might be the same place you lived in before, next door to your brother, or a few blocks down from your brother, or it might be in a different place. But I told her, I said, well, it doesn't matter what kind of where it's at, and it doesn't matter what kind of place. I don't care what the place looks like. She said, well, it will be a decent place. I will say that much. It will be a decent place. So I understand that. So yeah, just letting y'all know, giving y'all a little heads up, and I will give y'all an update later on when the time comes, if I'm moving or getting ready to move and to move out of here and into another place, and if the background that you see behind me is going to change, which it will. And by the way, the Redneck Nation Roberts and everybody else is wondering, what about the paintings? Is that going to go with you? Yes. Wherever I go, those paintings are going to come with me, and they're going to be seen behind me throughout my gameplay and throughout my other videos as well, okay? In a way, I hate moving, but if I had to move out of here, no problem. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to move out. And my gameplay will definitely be a little bit different. The gameplay won't be different, but the background of my videos, especially gameplay, the little webcam, is going to be a little different in the background. And if y'all would like a new tour, if y'all would like to have a tour of my new place once I move in and get settled in, or before I get settled in, let me know your feedback.